The Nuclear Weapons Ban Monitor is a very significant annual publication.
As you all probably know, it's not going well.
And we are starting to see very worrying discussions.
There's a lot of discussion about whether we are in an arms race.
What if China starts putting countries under an umbrella? What?
152 states are fully either compliant or compatible with the TPNW.
Countries don't go nuclear just because of nuclear.
The downside of the NPT is it is oh so easy to leave it.
Hello, I am here with Hans Kristensen, one of the authors of the Ban Monitor report, the report that helps us understand the current trends around nuclear weapons to see who is actually advancing nuclear disarmament and who is standing in the way. So Hans, what is the main takeaway from this report that you think the public should listen to or have?
Well, it is quite clearly that the numbers of nuclear weapons are now going up again. Different types are being introduced. The large nuclear weapon states are at each other's throats and very aggressive about their nuclear policies, and increasingly so. So with that comes added risk, not only for things to go wrong with nuclear weapons, but also, of course, that momentum, that dynamic is going to speed up, and you're going to get even more weapon systems and large arsenal in the future.
So if I'm getting this correctly, what Hans is telling us is that it's a small minority of states that are driving us in the wrong direction. And these are the same states that claim that they want to prevent more nuclear weapons proliferation. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So this is, you make a deal with the devil that the countries say, yeah, well, we need nuclear weapons to prevent proliferation. And so there's an element of truth in that sense, that countries that have promised not to develop nuclear weapons, they did so in return for being protected against nuclear attacks. And so you're locked into that situation that, from their mind, from their point of view, if you want to fight proliferation, you need nuclear weapons. But of course, you don't have to worry about proliferation if you get rid of nuclear weapons. So it's like, which one are you going to do?
And another really interesting trend that we saw from the press conference that we just did right now was the line that you mentioned around how, again, certain nuclear-armed states are the ones driving up the nuclear arms race.
Yeah, it used to be sort of what they called rogue states and sort of states of concern, as they used to name them, that were driving, after the end of the Cold War, that were driving this nuclear issue. There was a concern about proliferation. That's no longer the case. They have completely gone in the background. Now it is predominantly the large nuclear weapon states. So we're talking about 3, 4, 5, 6 countries that are the main driver of what's going on today. And most of those were also the countries that drove the Cold War. And so here we are.
Can we name the names? Can we name who these countries are?
Yeah, it's Russia today, and it's China, and it is North Korea. It is the United States. And now we're seeing also steps from France and Britain that they're going to increase their arsenals. So this is in addition to what India, Pakistan are doing. So things are just going great.
Thank you so much, Hans.
You're welcome.